Tottenham and Ange Postecoglou. Are you having it? Oh, there's a thought there.
No. Sorry, I had to think a little bit now. I am having it. There's more positives than negatives, and I like what Ange is doing, and
that was almost Pochettino.
I know it was.
There, wasn't it? You noticed that?
I was saying that going from where Poch was, and then we've had Mourinho, we've had Conte, which I don't think any of us enjoyed watching that football. And Ange has brought a breath of fresh air in terms of the way the team play. But we're just looking for a little bit more consistency now.
Yeah, I mean, how's it being a Spurs fan this season? How's the heart rate at the minute, guys? I think the size says it all there, doesn't it? But look, Ange has completely changed this style of football, because from Conte to Postecoglou is completely different. No, you've coached. How do you do that with a team? What do you do? Do you go in there and get your tactics board out? Do you make them watch videos? How do you completely change a style of play?
I think different managers have different ways they want to play, and we kind of know, if you look through the league and you see where managers have been before, you've seen how their teams have played. There's managers that play on the front foot, which obviously Ange is. He wants to play on the front foot. He wants to press high. He's got his way of playing. And I think what's detrimental, I really do think what's detrimental in the Premier League is, years ago, Pep at Barcelona, someone said to Pep, I remember them losing the Champions League final, and they said, Barcelona have only got one way of playing. You need a plan B. And he said, my plan B is to do plan A even better. And every manager since then has taken on that philosophy. Instead of having a plan B and being able to do something a bit different, they take that philosophy, oh no, we'll do plan A better. But Pep had the best players in the world at Barcelona at the time, so they could do plan A better. I think there's other clubs that haven't quite got that. And so managers saying that about the players they've got to understand sometimes these players need to be coached individually. And I think a lot, since I left QPR as sporting director, I've been in and I've watched different clubs coach, and I see a lot of managers coaching the whole team and not individuals. And I think that might be detrimental to the progress of some of the players in the teams that we're watching at the moment.
Yeah, interesting. Eric Dyer, remember Eric Dyer? Yeah. Yes. Do we love him? Yes, doing great things though, Rabine. But I read somewhere that he said how the coaching had changed. Sort of Conte was a lot of tactical work, but the same drills every single day, and he could do it with his eyes closed when it came to training. And I think Postecoglou now, by the sounds of it, according to Eric Dyer, he drills them as he wants them to play in a game. So what does that involve? Does he move people on a pitch in training during the week? How is that different?
Yeah, that will be the case. He'll say, right, we want to play attacking, and this is what it means. So people will move into position. So they'll play 11v11, and people will move into position, and he'll go, stop, no, I need you here, or stop, I need you there. And so that's how but that's what I'm saying. They're coached as a team rather than individuals. And from my upbringing and coaching as a kid, and when I went into QPR, I had the likes of Don Howe, who would take me individually and do stuff with me, as well as the team play. He would do stuff individually. But now with sports science involved in football, they're out on the pitch for a certain amount of time, and then they go, oh no, we've got to take them off their legs now because they've done all that. So by the time they've done all the work as a team with the manager, I ain't got time to do the individual stuff.
Oh, it's interesting. He's not going to change the way he plays, though, is he, for anyone?
Here we are.
It is who we are, and do you know what? He's not going to change, and that could be his downfall. Because, I remember him coming out and saying after playing against Chelsea and us going down to 9 men that he's not going to change the way he's playing. He got away with it for that game. If we went down to 9 men again, I don't think the supporters were reacting the same way they did for that game.
What is the general feeling of fans sort of in the stadium?
Worried about not having a plan B.
Okay. So that's a legitimate thing, as you said, possibly might be his downfall.
Yes. And listen, I understand managers are stubborn and they don't want to heed to what other people are telling them. But I just think, if you've got a group of players and something's not working, you've got to change it. Sometimes you've got to look at it and change it. Years ago, players would change it on the pitch themselves or realise something ain't working. And, you'd have what I'd call generals on the pitch. And one of the things I did notice when I came back in as a coach, from my time out, I went into the media first of all, and then I got brought back into Spurs. And the one thing I did realise was that come half time, you wouldn't know whether you was winning, losing or drawing a game when you went into the changing rooms, because players are just waiting for instruction. Whereas I remember as a player, I'd be coming off the pitch and I'd be arguing with someone because they'd be saying to me, "Well, Les, when we lose the ball, you need to drop back in there," and I'd be going, "No, he needs to move in there." And so you'd be having this argument coming off the pitch.
Do you think that's lost a little bit?
I really do. You watch players coming off the pitch now, don't talk to each other. You know, they wait till they go in the changing rooms, and that's what I noticed more than anything. They go in the changing rooms and then they sit there like this, and then the manager will come in. And he'll say, "Right, you're not doing this, you're not doing that." You know, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, why are they not taking responsibility for where they are? But it's just the way the game's evolved and the way it is now. So, you know, I do believe you need a plan B.